So we use the moon to track the months. In scripture, the word for month will either go to the Hebrew word Hodesh or Yerach, Yareach. Some people say the word Hodesh doesn't have anything to do with the moon, and that's just not correct. The word Hodesh and the word Yerach are used interchangeably in a couple places in the Hebrew Bible. On top of that, you have Genesis 1 that speaks of the two great lights, which is defined elsewhere in scripture as the sun and the moon. The lesser lights, not the stars. The stars are added as an addendum to the sun and the moon, and they're typified actually as the children, the least authoritative in a family unit. He appointed the moon for seasons. The word seasons there is the Moedim, which is a reference to the feast of Leviticus 23. You also have the book of Sirach, chapter 43, verses 6 through 8, that says the moon determines the feasts and the month is called after her name. The English word moon comes from the Greek word mene or pneumania, which is the Greek words for month and new moon. The moon gives a beautiful monthly cycle. It cycles about every 29.5 days, which lends to either 29 or 30-day months. The Gregorian calendar or American months are just arbitrary. Some of the months are actually given 31 days because certain emperors felt their month needed more days than a regular month. We see a vestige of the moon being used for months in the word honeymoon. When a couple goes on their honeymoon, it originally stood for the first month in their marriage, the first moon of their marriage. And the honey, believe it or not, stood for the honey ale or the sweetness of the wine. We even see the American Indians in their verbiage talk about many moons ago. There was a man that spent time with several of the Indian tribes in early America. His name was James Adair. He believes a lot of the Indians were part of the lost tribes of Israel. James Adair says that the Indians would use the moon for their months. The sun can tell you when the day begins and ends, but it can't tell you what day you're in. The moon changes shape each night, therefore signifying a difference in each day. The moon signifies the wife or mother in the home. When you remove a mother or wife from a home, any husband knows it goes chaotic. When you remove the moon from calculating the calendar, it goes chaotic. You end up with a solar-only calendar or a man, husband-only calendar. You gotta have that complementary position with that moon, that lunar aspect.